But first, what's hot and what's not in home design as we head into the new year? TAM Stone of TAM Stone Interiors is here with what's in and out for 2018. Tam, you are saying a complete shift in the paradigm of design.
Yeah, okay, so usually this time of year I do what's the new trend for 2018, let's say. But this time I decided to do something completely different because it is a complete shift in interior design that's coming. It's kind of like a revolution in design. And we're going to talk about what's out, so don't do it because it's going to be gone pretty soon, and really what's coming in full force that you're going to see not just in the next year or so, but for the next 7, 8, 9 years.
So these are big changes.
These are big
not
changes.
Just tweaks, but changes.
Not just tweaks.
Starting with our walls, what's out?
Okay, so we saw a lot of lacquered walls, deep saturated single color walls, but what's in and what's really important is wallpaper. All kinds of wallpaper, whether you see here, this is my friend Toby Fairley in Little Rock, Arkansas. This home was just featured in Traditional Home, and she's got, we're not talking subtle striped wallpaper, but big florals and really kind of dynamic wallpapers are really coming back into the home.
That's the kind of stuff that 5 years ago, or maybe right now, people are tearing off their house.
Oh, sure.
Off the walls, and they're putting up lacquered walls because it reminds you of the 80s.
Right.
It's
So
back.
this is if you look in any of the shelter magazines now, you're seeing wallpaper. And I'm actually sitting at my home with about 5 rooms I'm getting ready to wallpaper myself.
With big, bold patterns.
Some of them are big and bold. Some of them are even like grass cloths and textured chenilles and stuff like that that are more subtle, but it adds a richness to the wall that's missing when it's just painted, even when it's lacquered. So,
okay. What about out? You say mid-century modern. What do you mean? What is that?
Mid-century modern, that really clean line mid-century modern look. And
like what everyone's house looks like? Is out?
Kind of. Yeah, I mean, there's been such a rampage, toward mid-century modern looks, and now we're really, brown wood was out. I mean, even if we had brown furniture, we lacquered it in bright, bold colors.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing traditional furnishings that have been punched and brought in really modern. This is, again, another friend of mine, Corey Damon Jenkins. He's in Detroit. But look at those are traditional furnishings. You've got neoclassical styles, French styles. You've got carved wood, exposed wood, but it's punched up with bright colors and a fresh look as opposed to being covered in tapestries and drab colors. And again, if you look at that dining room, you see that wallpaper also mural.
It's yellow with giant gray things on it, plants or trees or something. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean, it's beautiful with big, bold patterns. We've got to start shifting the way we think about things.
Yeah, and you're going to see more and more of this, particularly these kind of painted murals and everything else as well.
For number 3, you say out is transitional, in is fringe and dressmaker details.
Yes. So
what do you mean?
Well, a lot of the furnishings here for the last, say, 5 to 10 years have been very clean lined. You wouldn't see, carved wood or anything like that. Now, to marry with what we were talking about in the prior slide with the carved wood, you're also seeing things like big bullion fringes. You're seeing twill tape that's being used as accents on pillows. So instead of just a standard knife edge velvet pillow, very plain, might be colorful, we're adding to that. We're doing things like, jumbo gimps and a lot of things, skirt details. I did that as a trend a little while ago, and I was like, I wonder if that will stick. It stuck. I mean, I see skirts with tape on them everywhere, and buttons and pleating and everything else on our sofas and on our chairs and our upholstery that you just didn't see.
And old.
It is, yes.
Out-styled rooms in houseplants.
Yeah, so we're going back to nature in our home. So gone are the days of a bowl of lemons, on your counter, and that's how you're decorating.
Styled.
Very styled.
Or like the bowl of those
forced
wicker balls that you get at Target or what have you.
Exactly. It's kind of a forced style. Is that really you? Are you really into wicker balls?
No.
Probably not, right?
I feel like someone told me I
Are you
needed
really into lemons in a bowl? No. So actually bringing things that are more personal into your room, and also including in this would be things like houseplants, something that is actually living and creates that a little bit of a natural effect in their room that's not so styled and perfect. And
it's good for your mental health, I think, to have plants in your house.
I think it probably
is. It just feels good to have greenery. And finally, when you talk about colors, out gray. Gray is out.
Okay, well, we're gonna address this because I know that will make most people panic.
Right.
And in is beige again. So here's where we are with this. Gray is not out, but it is, if you're doing an entire home in all gray, that is out. It's too cold, it's too sterile, and what we're doing now is we're bringing the warmer tones back in, the beiges. You're going to see what I like about this Tracy Zeller image that we had on here before is that it's a beige, but it's got a cool undertone to it, so we're kind of mixing those. So totally gray is out, blending is going to be back in, and we're going to start to see a little bit more warmth in our homes again.
I think Christine has a question. She's raising her hand.
Oh,
I was just going to say that Kris Kardashian just bought a new home with all of the things you're talking about. No more all white, no more all black. So I think that the celebrities are on this train already.
they are.
They always are, right?
Yep.
They're always ahead of us. I haven't gotten used to the old train.
Shag carpeting is also back.
Okay, we didn't address carpeting, but carpeting is coming back, yes, and also that thick, yes, shag carpeting is coming back. We're going to start to see wall-to-wall carpeting again, which is, at a core level, is a little bit frightening. I personally love a good wood floor with a really beautiful area rug on it, but yeah, I think we're going to start seeing the carpeting.
Shag is back. Tam Stone of Tam Stone Interiors, thank you very much.
You bet.
Giving us a lot to think about, especially anyone who just tore up their carpeting in place of wood floors.